Deadpool, whose real name is Wade Wilson, was a former Special Forces operative with 41 confirmed kills. Wade ends up becoming a mercenary. Mercenaries are people that are paid to kill anyone, whether they are good or evil. While working as a mercenary, he meets his future wife. Later on, he proposes to her, and then is diagnosed with terminal cancer. Wade decides to leave without telling his now fiancée. He goes to a lab that he is told can cure him of his cancer and turn him into a superhero, but the harsh reality that he finds out is the lab turns people into mutants, then sells them to the highest bidder. Wade is put through a series of torturous events in order to find his mutation. These events damage all of his skin, which is why he wears the suit. Anyone who has seen the movie can tell you that Wade is crazy. Well, I'm here to tell you that he is this way because he exhibits the telltale symptoms of bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is where someone alternates between two poles of emotional extremes. This means that someone with bipolar disorder alternates between manic states and depressed states. One of the many examples of the disorder shown through his actions is whenever Wade enters a manic phase, he gets more talkative. In the movie, when Wade was being examined in the lab, he wouldn't stop talking, even if it was an extremely inappropriate time to talk. An example of Wade being depressed comes after his skin gets messed up. He thinks that his fiancée will never love him again, so he runs away and goes into a state of deep depression. Looking at all the symptoms of this disorder, it is apparent that Wade is missing one of the features of a depressive episode. What he is missing is a diminished interest or pleasure in his daily activities. In order to treat this disorder, Wade must start by taking mood stabilizers. If the mood stabilizers don't do the trick, Wade might have to add antipsychotics. Antidepressants might also help with his depressed episodes. However, sometimes antidepressants can trigger a manic episode, so he will have to be careful with that. Therapy will also be a vital part of the treatment plan. It is especially important because it will teach him how to deal with situations and control his moods. I think that it will be hard for Wade to stick with his treatment plan in the beginning due to how stubborn he is. However, he will eventually realize that the plan is not only helping him, but his wife as well, and he will dedicate himself to it. This treatment plan is appropriate because the medication targets the specific areas of the brain that causes the change of mood and stabilizes it. And, as I mentioned earlier, the therapy will teach him how to be in better control of his moods. There is always a chance of ethical concerns when it comes to treatment. In this case, a concern could be exposing Wade to the side effects of the medication. Another concern could be building up Wade's chemical dependency to the medication. This means that he would only rely on the medication and not try to get better on his own. I believe that this film does a relatively good job portraying the disorder. In order to make it seem more realistic, they should have included more scenes of Wade while he was going through a depressed episode. In general, psychological disorders in film greatly influence how we view them in our everyday life. This is because movies are so influential in our society. Movies tend to add a negative stigma to disorders because it shows them over-dramatized. This can lead to misconceptions of the disorder.